Other stories that are currently making headlines within the world of business. Now, the private sector activity dropped to a purchasing managers index reading of 46.8 last month, which is the lowest in a year, down from 48, that is 0.6 in June, pointing to a sharper deterioration in business condition. Now, a purchasing managers index reading below 50 signals a contraction in activity.
Wildlife Service has proposed to increase park entry fees to plug a 12 billion shillings funding shortfalls. The agency says it requires 19.8 billion shillings annually for responding to challenges such as poaching. July, marking the steepest downturn in a year. The latest Stanbic Bank Kenya Purchasing Managers Index PMI dropped to a reading of 46.8 from 48.6 in June, falling further below the 50-mark threshold, the sharpest decline in operating conditions since July 2024. Business activity, particularly in the manufacturing and services sector, slowed as firms faced weaker customer demand, high input costs, and the effects of political protests. 38% of businesses reported lower output in July, citing weak consumer demand, high operating costs, inflation, and disruption linked to political protests, while 17% of the respondents saw a rise with business in agriculture, construction, and retail showing some resilience. Stanbic Bank economist Christopher Legilisho says the PMI shows that political unrest, rising inflation, and tighter consumer budgets continue to weigh down business performance, especially in urban centers, adding that overall, the private sector activity is mixed in the sense that certain sectors are doing well, while other sectors are struggling under the weight of weak consumer demand conditions. However, optimism about the future remains intact as firms eye recovery through the new products and expansion. Input costs rose at the fastest rate in 7 months, with businesses citing sharp increase in fuel prices and taxation. This saw businesses passed on the cost to consumers, pushing selling prices to the highest level since January. Despite this, employment levels remain largely stable, notwithstanding the dip in output, and businesses' confidence rose the highest level in 15 months. A sign that companies are hopeful about the future rebound. The data was collected covered around 400 private sector companies across key industries.